Hello children, welcome to the science online class. Okay, we have already seen the lesson chemical effects of electric current. Okay, in the last classes we have seen about liquids also conduct electricity, and we have made some activities to test whether the liquid is conduct electricity or it won't conduct electricity. So if it is conduct electricity means it is a good conductor, otherwise it won't conduct electricity means it is a poor conductor. Okay, and also we have tested for the another property of effect of electric current. Okay, that is the magnetic field. Okay, the electricity passes through any material or any object, it will produces the magnetic field also, and also it will produces the heat. Okay, these are the properties of effects of electric current, flowing electric current. Okay, next we are going to see about the chemical effects of electric current. Okay, children, we are going to see about the chemical effects of electric current. For that we are going to do one activity that is in the book page number 176, activity 14.6. Okay, you have to take out the carbon rods. Okay, it is in the discarded cells. Okay, drained out cells, we can you can take out the open it and you can take out the carbon rods. Okay, and we have to clean their metal caps with sandpaper. Okay, wrap, and also wrap some copper wires as it is shown in the figure. Okay, around the carbon rods and join them to the battery. Okay, we have to these are the copper rods, okay, which are present in the electric cell. Otherwise we can take iron nails of 6 centimeter long, and we have to wrap the copper wire around it, and we have to connect it to the battery. One end is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and other end is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. And also these are carbon rod, and this is the metal cap, okay, which are present in the carbon rod. And also we have to take water. Okay, keep the arrangement in this like this. Okay, take a glass or a rubber beaker, pour some water and immerse the carbon rods or iron nails into the water and connect it to the terminals of the battery. Okay, so now and also add a teaspoonful of salt or a few drops of lemon juice into the water. Okay, so it will make the water more conducting the electricity. So now immerse the electrodes, that is these two carbon rods are called as electrodes. Okay, next one, make sure that the metal caps of the carbon rods are outside the water. So you have to keep like this. The metal caps of the rods should be outside the water. It won't immerse into the water. Okay, so and also keep this arrangement for 3 to 4 minutes. Observe the electrodes carefully. Do you notice any gas bubbles near the electrodes? Okay, you can see some gas bubbles near these electrodes. Okay, what are they means? These are the gas coming out of the water. Okay, so we can conclude that some chemical reactions are taken place in the solution. Okay, and also you will know that what is a chemical reaction. Okay, already you have learnt in the class 7. Okay, children, so if the current what is they have given through this activity means the current flows into the chemical water and some chemical reactions are taken place in that water due to the flow of electric current. Okay, and also they have given in 18,000 British chemist William Nicholson had shown that if electrodes were immersed in water and the current was passed, bubbles of oxygen and hydrogen were produced. Okay, so oxygen bubbles formed on the electrode connected to the positive terminal. Okay, always oxygen bubbles will formed at the negative electrode, that is the electrode connected to the positive terminal, and the hydrogen bubbles formed on the other electrode. If it is positive means, and the another electrode is the negative, so hydrogen bubbles will formed near the negative terminal, okay, negative electrode, okay. So he also proved that when an electric current is passed through a water, the chemical reactions are taken place in that water. Because what is the formula of water, ma? Chemical formula of water, H2O, hydrogen and oxygen, okay. Two atoms of hydrogen and two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen, okay. Both combines and form the water. If the electric current flows into the water, it will separated into hydrogen and oxygen. The electric current separate the hydrogen and oxygen in the water, okay. So this is a chemical reaction, okay. So from this we can conclude that if the electric current is flows through some solutions or water, the chemical reactions will taken place. So this is also the chemical effect of the electric current, okay. And also, on the passage of an electric current through a conducting solution causes chemical reactions. As a result, bubbles of a gas may be formed on the electrodes. Deposits of metals can be seen on electrodes. So, if suppose you are using the any chemical, means the metal will deposited on the electrodes, you can see, okay. Changes of color of solutions may occur. If you take some other solution, means the color of the solution may change, okay. And the reaction would depend on what solution and electrodes are used, okay. Some reactions will be slow and some reactions will be very fast, okay. These are depending upon the what is that, the electrodes and the solution we take, okay. So these are some of the chemical effects of the electric current, okay. And also here some information for you. Boschko decided to test whether some fruits and vegetables will conduct electricity or not. So he arranged a setup like this, okay. He takes the potato, okay. He wanted to test whether potato is conduct the electricity or not. So this is the tester, and he is using the potato to test it, okay. And while he is testing, his mother was calling. So he keep the setup like this and went there, okay. After half an hour, he came back and watched that some in one point, okay, in one point some greenish blue spot on the potato around one wire, okay, one side of the wire, because there will be two ends, isn't it? One will be connected to the tester to the positive terminal and another is connected to the negative terminal and to the potato, okay. So he found some greenish blue spot on the potato around one wire, okay. He was surprised with this observation, and along with Paheli, he repeated this activity many times, okay. At each time the greenish blue spot is discovered in the positive terminal only, okay, because this is connected to the positive terminal. He is repeating the activity again and again, but every time he finds this spot on the wire near which is connected to the positive terminal, okay. So he tested that he tried to test that whether the potato is conducting the electricity or not, but he found that was the current produced chemical effect in the potato, okay. So this is the another example of chemical effect of electric current, okay. Next one is the important and very interesting subject, that is electroplating, okay. In this one they have given that a brand new, you are buying a new bicycle, means its handlebar will be looking very shiny, isn't it? Suppose and also the wheel rims, okay, wheel rims inside the tire, they will be the metal rim will be there, okay. So that handlebar and rims will be looking very shiny. Suppose if these are accidentally scratched, means the shiny coating comes off, revealing a not so shiny surface beneath. Okay, beneath means inside of the surface, it will not so shiny. And also you can see some women using ornaments. Okay, they will appear made of gold. Okay, when we are looking, we were surprised that whether they are making of gold, but after repeating use, the gold coating wears off. Okay, revealing, okay, inside it there may be silver, or it may be made up of some other cheap metals. Okay, cheaper metal. So in both these cases, the metal has a coating of another metal. Okay, outside there is a coating, and inside there is a another metal is present inside. Okay, so do you wonder how a layer of one metal can be deposited on top of another? Okay, so we can test it by using by doing one activity 14.7. In this one, we need copper sulfate solution and copper plates, that is 10 centimeter and 10 centimeter length and 4 centimeter wide. Okay, breadth. Okay, and take 250 ml of distilled water in a clean and a dry beaker. Dissolve 2 teaspoons of copper sulfate and add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, which why we are adding the sulfuric acid means it will make the solution to more conducting. Okay, now clean the copper plates and with a sandpaper and rinse with the water and dry them. Okay, then connect the copper plates. Okay, and also but the copper rod is present in the connected to the positive terminal. Okay, so in this rod, the copper will separated into copper, and it will dissolve into the water. Okay, so again and again this copper will deposited into the negative electrode. So what actually happen is copper from one electrode is transformed into another electrode by the flowing of current. Okay, so this process is called the electroplating. Okay, this process is called the electroplating. Electroplating is a very useful process. It is widely used in industry or for coating metal objects with a thin layer of different metal. Okay, the layer of metal deposited has some desired property. Okay, because for example, chromium plating is done on many objects such as car parts, bath taps, kitchen gas burners, bicycle handlebars, wheel rims, etc. Okay, chromium has a very shiny appearance. Okay, so and also it does not corrode. Okay, for example, iron will corrode easily. Okay, it will react with the oxygen, and there is oxygen present in the air, and it is easily corrodable. Okay, but chromium has a shiny appearance, and it does not corrode easily. Okay, and also it resists scratcher. So chromium is a very desired one, but it is expensive. So we can what we can do is we can take some cheaper metal like the iron, aluminum, like that, and we can make the chromium plating. Okay, so it is very easy to do. Okay, and also jewelry makers electroplate silver and gold on less expensive metals. Okay, these ornaments have the appearance of silver or gold but are much less expensive. Okay, and also tin cans used for storing food. Okay, so if we store the food in the iron tins, the iron will easily react with the food materials. But tin weakens. Okay, tin is a metal which is a less reactive compared to the iron, so it won't react with the food inside it, so we can protect the food from getting spoiled. And also iron is used in bridges and automobiles to provide strength. However, iron tends to corrode. Okay, it will easily corrode and it will form rust. So to avoid that, a coating of zinc is deposited on the iron to protect it from corrosion and the formation of rust. Okay, children. So this is a very important and these processes are called electroplating. This is very important in our life. Okay, this electroplating is one of the property of the chemical effects of current, and it made our life very easy. Okay, children, that's all. We will meet in the next class in some other lesson. Thank you, children.